How to make Play-Doh. If you have kids at home, learning how to make Play-Doh is a good way to ensure that your kids always have something fun to do on a rainy day. As parents of young children know, toddlers and preschoolers who get cabin fever can be a handful to cope with. The process of making Play-Doh is itself a fun activity. It could be a good way to teach your child how to follow a recipe. We are including 2 versions of Play-Doh in this post, a heated version and a no-cook version. The heated version is a somewhat better texture, but the no-cooked version is good when your children want to make the Play-Doh all by themselves. Here are the steps. 1. To make the heated version of Play-Doh, you will need 1 cup of plain flour, 1/4 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, and 1/3 cup of salt. Food coloring is entirely optional, but it definitely makes the finished product a lot more fun. 2. Simply mix the flour and the salt together in a bowl. Heat up the water, the oil, and the food coloring in a saucepan. Once the water is just a little hot, gradually add the salted flour to it in the pan. Keep the heat on medium. 3. Stir the mixture constantly until the texture resembles that of stiff mashed potatoes. 4. Turn off the heat and let the Play-Doh cool down. When you can comfortably touch it with your hands, knead it well so that it becomes smooth. You can give it to your child to play with or store it in an airtight container to keep it from drying out. 5. For the uncooked version, you will need a cup of flour, 1/4 cup of salt, and 1/4 cup of hot water. Simply mix the ingredients together until the mixture thickens, and as in the heated version, you can add some food coloring. 6. Keep on stirring until it has a dough-like consistency. If it seems too dry, add a bit more hot water. If it seems too sticky, add more flour. 7. Keep on mixing, then knead it for more smoothness. Give it to your child to play with or store it in an airtight container. Ziploc bags can also be used. In general, knowing how to make Play-Doh will help you save money in comparison to buying the commercial version. More importantly, it will teach your child to be more creative and instill in him or her an interest in making things from scratch. Sometimes you will find that your child has eaten some of the Play-Doh. As you can see from this recipe, all of the ingredients are safe and are used in cooking. Still, the greatest danger that can be associated with Play-Doh ingestion is that of sodium toxicity. Small amounts of Play-Doh should cause no harm because the largely unpalatable taste makes it unlikely that your child will feel tempted to eat the entire batch. However, it's best to teach your children that Play-Doh is not for eating than to supervise them as they play with it to avoid any mishaps. Adding some alum powder will make the Play-Doh even less palatable to your child, and it will also help slow down the growth of bacteria so that your Play-Doh will last long before having to be thrown out. Note that alum can cause stomach pains if consumed, so you want to be careful about that too. From experience, toddlers and preschoolers are not inclined to eat homemade Play-Doh beyond a small taste prompted by curiosity. But if you have pets, make sure to store the Play-Doh properly so that your pets don't get tempted to eat it.